Greetings. This is John Joseph Xavier Cihon coming at you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And today we're going to talk about that bridge that collapsed around these parts a little over a week ago. Who's responsible? I see a lot of people saying that the Republicans in the state legislature didn't make the funding available. I even see people saying that nationally the Republicans have always opposed funding bills, so it's their fault. I say, you're not thinking big enough. Was the bridge acting upon misinformation it received from Joe Rogan's podcast when it decided to collapse? Maybe it was emboldened by Trump's divisive rhetoric. Did the bridge collapse because of the unvaccinated? Thanks for sticking around and listening to me talk about the collapse of the bridge in the Frick Park area of Pittsburgh. Before I get into it, if you haven't yet done so, please slap that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified about content like this when I make new videos in the future. As well, if you like this video and appreciate this sort of content, please leave a tip. Any amount helps. Times are tight lately. If all you're able to do is $1, it is still very much appreciated. It's never expected, but it is appreciated. There are links to leave a tip in the comments. So let's get into it. I have seen a lot of people online saying that the bridge collapsed because Republicans diverted money. Now, I want to debunk that a little bit. First of all, for those who don't live in Pittsburgh or aren't aware, that bridge is 100% owned and maintained by the city of Pittsburgh. It's not a state-maintained bridge. It's not at a national level. It's a locally owned and maintained bridge. And it's no secret that the bridge needed repairs. There's a picture going around on social media from a couple years ago. It was sent to the city, and it's of cables wrapped around the bridge and holding it together. So one of the support beams had given out and the bridge is being held up by cables. Now, while this is going on, am I hearing any local politicians saying we need to fix this? Is anybody crying out for this issue to be taken care of? Absolutely not. I don't hear a thing. So, if no one at a local level is crying out for this bridge to be fixed, then why should federal or state officials care more than someone at the local level does? It doesn't make sense. Now, locally, for those who aren't in the area and aren't aware, Pittsburgh is a heavily Democrat city. There has not been a Democrat mayor or a Democrat in any other there has not been a non-Democrat mayor or a non-Democrat elected official in any prominent position within the city for over 100 years. Completely Democrat-run city. And because of that, there is no opposition party. That means if they want to do something, they can do it. No one's standing in their way. But this bridge was not a priority. No politician made statements about it before it collapsed. Nobody said we need to look at funding. Now, I have heard people ask me if I'd support paying more taxes for the bridges to be taken care of. In a word, no. We already have a higher tax rate than any of the surrounding municipalities in the city of Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania's gas tax is the third highest in the country. That money was supposed to go to repair infrastructure. It's not a lack of money. If there was a willingness for this bridge to be repaired, the money is there. When no one was talking about it, if we raise more money, All it does is give legislators more money to waste on corruption and their pet projects. Exactly what's happening right now. I also hear people saying that we need to nationalize this. We need to pass Build Back Better to fix the bridge. That's absolute garbage. First of all, the bridge would not get any money in Build Back Better. It's not even listed. Second of all, the vast majority of the money in Build Back Better is not earmarked towards repairing bridges. It's a tiny percentage of the whole. Most of the money isn't going to be spent on infrastructure anyway. It's just Democrats' pet projects. So we don't need to give the president a blank check for the rest of eternity to fix the bridge because it's not in there. It's not a matter of not having money. It's not a matter of not having the ability. It's been a matter of willingness. Now, one of the problems that I see in Pittsburgh is it is a one-party city. The endorsed Democrat almost inevitably gets elected. Once you get that endorsement, it's pretty much a given. Now, am I saying that the Republicans would have done better? Not necessarily. Government has proved to be very deficient at dealing with this sort of thing. What I can say is that Republicans, if they were in control, they couldn't have done worse, and my taxes might be a little bit lower. But raising taxes, raising money, it's not the solution. Because if it is, they already had no opposition. You're telling me if the city of Pittsburgh said this bridge is unsafe and in danger of collapse and made it a priority, that they couldn't get funding from the state? They got funding right away to fix it after it collapsed. There was no willingness beforehand. It's not a matter of giving these people more money. They can get all the money in the world. They're still not going to fix it. I mean, for those who don't live in the area who aren't aware, Pittsburgh, Allegheny County, which is the county Pittsburgh is in, actually has an extra percentage point on all sales tax over and above the state. And that goes towards local funding. Have we been funding bridge repair? No. We've been funding bike lanes. We've been funding stadiums for multi-billion-dollar sports teams that could afford to fund them themselves. This money was not going to go to the bridge. This is just political grandstanding right now in the purpose of guilting people into giving the same officials that messed this up a blank check. You've screwed it up before, and I'm supposed to think that if we just give you more money, that'll fix it? Aren't you the same person who couldn't handle it the first time? Anyway, that's my thoughts on the bridge. Thank you for watching. Again, slap the like button, subscribe. Whether you agree or disagree with me, leave a comment. If you're able to leave a tip, there's links to do that. And have a wonderful day.